Okay, hello everybody, what's going on? This is Mohammed. Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the total number of rectangles that can be formed in this 8 by 8 square. So what we have here, we have a square which is basically divided into 8 by 8 squares, which is, we have a total of 64 squares. So how many rectangles we can form out of this? So basically, each one of these can be considered a rectangle, okay? Or it can be either a 2 by 1, okay, or it might be a 3 by 2, okay, or any combination. It might be also 4 by 4 or 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 or any number, okay, until we get to 8 by 8 possibility. Okay, so we have how many possible rectangles we can form. So the answer to this problem is pretty trivial and intuitive. Okay, so in order to form a rectangle, what we basically need to do is to pick an upper line, okay, and pick a lower line, and again pick, for example, a left line and also a right line, okay? So that would give us this triangle here that is bounded between these four lines, okay? So that's the rectangle that we get here, okay? Okay, so now the question is how many possibilities we pick, okay, the upper line and the lower line. We have how many possibilities, for example, here? So we can count them basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And same thing here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 possible rows, 9 possible columns, okay, or let's say horizontal lines and vertical lines. So in order to form a rectangle, basically we need to pick 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. And that, okay, so in how many ways we can pick 2 horizontal lines? So basically where the order is not important. So picking 1 or 2, 1 and 2 is the same as 2 and 1. So the order is not important. So we can use combinations, okay? So basically 9 choose 2, multiplied also again by 9, choose 2, right? So that's the total number of rectangles that we can get, which is basically 9 over 2. 9 choose 2 is nothing but 9 times 8 divided by 2 times 1, okay? Which is basically 36. And we need to square that. 36. So this is equal to 36 squared, which is 1296. So that's the total number of rectangles that we can get. Okay, so that's the intuitive, let's say, kind of answer here. But we can also try to get to the same answer, but using a different procedure or a different way or a different method. How? So first of all, let's look for single squares, okay? So how many squares do we have in this, let's say, shape? So we have one square or one rectangle, let's say. And how about when we have 4 triangles? 4 squares. Okay, which is this one and this one. How many squares do we have? Let's count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have 9 here, okay? But let's remove that. Okay, so we know that we have 9 rectangles here. How about when we have 3 by 3? So let me get that down here. And let me now sketch a 3 by 3 square, okay? And we can divide it into 3 rows and 3 columns here. So we get a total of 9 squares. Now how many rectangles? How many possible rectangles we can have here? So first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 here, okay? And then let me erase all that, of course. Okay, so now let's take 2 by 1. 2 by 1, we have this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So plus 12, sorry, plus 12. Okay, so let's erase that. Okay, so that's 2 by 1, 2 by 1. Let's get it 3 by 1. 3 by 1, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So plus 6. Let's erase that again. How about when it is 2 by 2? So we can get this, 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 this. So 4 possibilities, okay? If it is 2 by 2, let's erase that again. Okay, how about when we have it 3 by 2? So we're gonna get either this, 2, 3, 4. So that's another 4 here. And the last possibility is that we have it for 3 by 3, which is this one here, which has a possibility of 1. Okay, so plus 1. So if we add up all these together, 9 plus 12, that would give us 21, plus 6, 27. 27 plus 9, that's going to give us 36. So we know that there are a total of 36 rectangles and there's 3 by 3 square. Okay, now without going any further, we can notice that there's a pattern here. So the 1 can be represented as 1 squared. Let's say 1 squared. Yes, this one can be represented as 3 squared, and this can be represented as 6 squared. So the 3, how did we get the 3? It's basically, this is 1 squared, this is 1 plus 2 squared, this is 1 plus 2 plus 3 squared, and so on and so forth. So if we can get to the last one where we have 8 by 8, if we complete the pattern here, and we have here 8 by 8, okay, case. So we're gonna have how many possible rectangles? We're gonna get to 1, 3. That's gonna be 1. I'm sorry. So that's gonna be 1 plus 2 plus all the way until we get to 8, all squared. Okay, so that's basically how we get there. Okay, which is this one here. Okay, now we need to add up everything. Oh no, we don't need to add up everything. How we get to 8 by 8? It's going to be 1 plus 2 plus all the way to 8 squared. So 1, how do we add that? It's going to be 1 plus, we have a formula for that, which is basically 8 multiplied by 8 plus 1, which is 9, divided by 2, all squared, okay? Which is nothing but, basically, it is 4 times 9, which is 36, all squared, which is going to give us the same result as before, which is 1,296. That's the same exact answer we got before, which basically also the same as n, which is the number of lines, okay, the total number of lines. Choose 2, all squared, okay. And also we can think about it, but this is not like a convincing answer, because I mean we can't prove that this pattern goes on and on. It might be broken in the future, so this is not like the right answer to this question. It's not convincing unless it is proven. But we have already found, okay, the intuitive answer, which is basically 9 chooses 2 all squared. That's going to give us 1,296, okay? 1,296. Let's double check on that. So if you multiply 36 times 36, that's going to give us 1,296, exactly. So this pattern is true, but also we can notice one more thing here. that the difference here is nothing but 9 minus 1, which is 8. And 8 can be represented as 2 cube. And of course, the 1 can be represented as 1 cube. Now, the difference here can be represented as what? As 36 minus 9, which is basically 27, which can be represented as 3 cube, okay? So if we go on, the last one is going to be represented as 8 cube, right? 8 cube. So the total number, okay, would be 8 cube. The total number would become what? The total number of squares would become 1 cube plus 2 cube all the way until we get to 8 cube, okay? And we have a formula for that, which is basically equal to 1 plus 2 plus all the way plus to 8 all squared, which is basically 36 squared, which is going to give us the same exact number, which is 1296. And that's basically the number of rectangles that we can get in an 8x8 square. That's the final answer. If you like this video, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you don't miss anything in the future. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video.